The amount of times that I have hit pause and record and pause and record, I don't know why I'm so like anxious about this. And it's been a while. It's been a while that I like have my voice out there again. So bear with me. And I'm always gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, I'm always gonna talk about mental health and just like overthinking and anything like that. So, um, anyways, hey, this is your first impression of me. um, hey, I'm Adri. Welcome to the very first episode of the Tied In podcast. So, if you've been following my journey, I am a local creator here in Orlando and the founder of Tied by Adri, which is my wonderful small business. I spend a lot of time in my office, aka the garage. I spend a lot of time here after work. I'm a full-time therapist, or in technical terms, registered mental health counselor intern. I'll get into that in a second. But after work, if I just want to decompress or honestly just get some work done, because it's a small business as well, I'll come into the garage and just chill out. Luckily, it was cooler in here, but it's starting to get closer to those summer months. So that's unfortunate. I am looking forward to experiencing or experimenting, I guess, more indoor markets just to see how that goes. But besides that, I am a registered mental health counselor and intern, like I was saying. Friggin' mouthful, that one. But yes, here in Florida, but I'm not your therapist on the show, so I just want to get that straight. I always have to be real about that. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. And yes, unfortunately, some people do need a reminder. Yeah, I'm not your therapist. This is a community space for connections and education. But if you're actually looking for a therapist or clinical tools, please go to tiedbyadri.com and hit the resources tab. I have put a lot of work into making those directories available for you because getting the right help matters. So that will always be available for you. And also, in case you didn't know this, if you go on Google and search up Gen Z, we're actually known as the therapy generation. I don't know how this came up. Also, if you hear this crazy rain and storm, whatever is happening outside, just know everything's okay. That's just Florida for you, and I'm used to it clearly. So yeah, so we're known as the therapy generation. I don't know how this came up for me, but I think it was because I was searching up, like, why is it that we're so open about mental health? Like, why did mental health become such a big topic with our generation? And then it turns out it's actually in our description. So if you didn't know, now you know. So yeah, it seems like, we don't go to therapy just when things are burning down. Like, we go to keep ourselves grounded. We're breaking the don't tell anyone cycle that our parents probably got us into. But anyways, I think I'm going to be making some Abolish ICE keychains. I am teaming up with the Umbrella Brigade and Orlando 50501. They are doing amazing work within the community of Orlando, and 50% of the proceeds of these keychains will be going towards them. So yeah, that is available on my website. I ship packages and I also do local pickup. So you have those two options on there for you. Let's get into it. So every Monday, I'm untying your Monday messages. So these are anonymous thoughts or questions that you guys send in through the site. Our very first message is one I think a lot of us feel deep in our bones. So here's the question. How do we let go of Catholic guilt when dealing with our parents and their expectations? Woo! So I went through a big journey with trying to figure out if I was even religious. I don't know. I think I came to this conclusion, or at least I understood a little bit more about my thoughts, um, honestly, when I was in grad school. So, like 2023, 2020, yeah, I would say like 2023, 2024. I was just thinking about, like, oh, like I grew up Catholic, and I went to church with my parents and stuff, but I remember like at some point we stopped going to church, and my mom is still Catholic and she identifies as Catholic. She doesn't go to church. I mean, obviously, listen, I don't think people have to go to church necessarily. You know what I'm saying? People can pray and like be within their own religion however they want to, but also, you know, they show live streams nowadays, like they do all of that stuff. So there's a lot of accessibility. But yeah, I feel like it got to a point where I was just like, man, I am such a, and I'm also wondering if this is a neurodivergent thing because I also see this a lot. I don't know. I think it's that it's the mindset or the perspective of like we're so open-minded, or like we look at the facts and the honesty and the truth, and for some people they may not connect with a certain religion, or they may not connect with something that is, you know, man-made or whatever people want to call it, or anything like that. So in our culture, at least within the Hispanic culture, religion and family are basically the same thing. Like you grow up with these values. Luckily, it to me it never was forced upon me. My mom knows I don't consider myself religious. She knows I'm more spiritual. And she also knows that I just respect religions in general. I can appreciate the beauty of all of them and just understand that people connect with them in different ways. I don't need to like talk badly about anybody's religion. I'm actually really curious about it. I always like hearing people's experiences or people's like perspectives on, or just how it is. Like I would say in general, most Hispanic families, you know, you grow up with these values of love and community, and then you get hit with like, wait, where is all of this negativity and like hypocrisy and jealousy and drama coming from? Like, aren't we all supposed to like love God? Like, listen, it's so funny because a lot of my friends have experienced that like religious trauma, right? And especially because, you know, we're Hispanic, and it's some people still identify as religious and others are just like, I don't know. I really don't know, because even if I had an answer or I thought something, my parents are probably going to freak out and I don't really want to deal with that. So it's up in the air, I feel like. And I feel like it comes up more with this generation, especially now, because of what is happening in this world. Listen, the amount of like Christianity and like religion that is coming up, and I hate to say it because I hate talking about politics, and I hate like, and I'm not, trust me, I am not the type of person to be like, I don't pay attention to it. Oh, honey, I am deep involved. Like, I need to know what is happening. I need to know what is happening with my people. I need to know how I can help. Like, I don't play that. And honestly, I've spoken to a lot of people that are going through this, like, I don't want to say crisis, right? But it's more so a different season in their life where they're like, okay, I grew up this way, but now I'm seeing so and so who I thought was my homegirl or my homeboy, and they are, you know, I go to church with them. Like, I thought that my type of Catholic, my type of Christian is not the same as theirs. Like, I don't support what's happening. I'm seeing two different sides of like Christianity, like, yeah, immigrants are crazy or the worst and kill people or whatever. And then it's like Christianity of like, no, this is horrible what's going on. Right. And I'm talking about Christianity specifically right now, just because I see the word Christianity come up the most right now when it comes to politics. And then I think that that also comes into play with being Catholic, because there are a lot of Hispanic people that also voted for him. So there's a lot of confusion going on. Like, trust me, whoever is thinking about this, or, you know, may have the same type of thoughts, or are now thinking like, oh, wait, listen, You're not the only one. And it is okay. We all may feel like we're going crazy right now. The world is going crazy. Like, there is so much happening. I am going to try to not curse as much as I can. I do not with Trump. I do not with that dude. If you do, you are more than welcome to exit this podcast. You are also more than welcome to stay if you want to continue listening. I truly do not care. Do whatever you would like to do. But that is where I stand. I don't support everything that is happening right now. I see the mental and spiritual damage it does to our community every single day. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's okay for the sake of politeness. No, we're not doing that. I also wanted to talk a little bit more about religion in terms of, guys, I don't know if you saw this video. I also have another type of wood. Sorry, distraction. I usually use, so I've been using oak wood for my keychains, for my Abolish Ice keychains, but I have this walnut wood. Listen, if any of you are fans of wood or just like want to see what I'm talking about, because you may get some type of satisfaction from this, let me know. I will post it on my story. But it's like a beautiful brown wood, or you can also search it up on Google, whatever you want to do, because you probably don't even care that much. So I think I'm going to try it with this one too, because this is really nice. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about religious psychosis. This is the type of, this is a scary part of religion. Listen, because some people think like there's this stigma. There's this stigma. We're going to talk about mental health stigma, but I also want to talk about the stigma of like religion and like horror movies too. Like, just because I like horror movies doesn't mean that I'm into I like demons or something. Like, no, these these freaking like satanic movies, these possession movies, those are the scariest movies ever. Like, those are my last choice in terms of horror movies, because they're so scary to me. People will be like, oh, you like the devil. Like, girl, what are you talking about? Seriously, what are you even talking about? No, actually, I read this somewhere. I don't know where I read this, but it said something about how a lot of people tend to like horror movies because they experience anxiety in a safe setting, in a controlled setting, obviously, because you're in your safe space, whatever that may be, or you're just, watching it for the sake of watching it. But it was interesting. I was like, actually, that makes sense. You do get that, your heart starts racing, like you're like, oh my god, what's about to happen next? The amount of times that I have been like, oh my god, I have so much anxiety right now. You're enjoying it. You're enjoying the process of what is happening, and you're still feeling the anxiety, but it's okay. So anyways, religious psychosis, y'all. So when we talk about guilt, like going back to the question, of course, because this all ties into the question. When we talk about guilt, it goes deeper than just guilt. So lately, there's been a lot of noise in the media about how religion and mental health collide, and sometimes it can get dangerous.
So, as of today, I have done something that I never thought I would do. I inactivated my license and I quit my job as a therapist. And I feel so relieved, but not for the reasons that y'all think, right? The Lord revealed to me that he needs more of his believers in area of deliverance, not in the area of diagnosing. Because the thing is that, oh Lord, and hear me by the Spirit, these people do not have mental health issues. These are demonic beings that have access to their body, to their mind, to their soul. And what they are doing is they're manifesting the physical symptoms of being present with those demons. How do I know? I was a person that growing up, I was always ready to myself, like always. I don't know where, like.
So, that clip that you just heard, that video, it's terrifying because it's real. So this woman deactivated her license. Who knows, maybe she lost it because, like, you know, maybe they're like, girl, you cannot have this anymore. I'm glad she's not a therapist. I really am, because this is a perfect example of religious psychosis, which means when someone's mental health break or delusions are favored by religious themes. We have to stop spiritualizing things that actually need clinical care. That is exactly why I'm so firm about my boundaries as a counselor. Religion should never replace science when someone is suffering. It's about protecting your reality. Even even someone with the platform that Selena Gomez has, she was vocal about it. She was recently on her husband's podcast. She was talking about choosing your own peace over the expectations of the world. Listen to this.
Like it's switching it up, total 180.
Okay.
Did you know about, I've never even asked you this, did you know you were bipolar before you were officially diagnosed?
I knew something was wrong, but I would think I was misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
I think people were just assuming, and I would try multiple therapists, and that's why it's hard. It's actually really hard when we're talking about these things, and for me to go get a therapist. It's
Yeah.
all of it is so
Yeah.
fucking complicated.
It's so
You have to go through like multiple different people. It's so hard that you just can't give up. You have to find these things. Like, I'm so grateful I went to 4 different rehabs because it all helped me understand it.
The crazy thing is, like, even Selena will have like moments where like she's having mania and she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She'll start to realize she's having it after it's happening. And sometimes she doesn't even remember when it's happening. And it's such a delicate thing because it's like you're not supposed to technically talk to the person really about it while they're deep in it. And it's like, I've even dating her and like she's so hyper aware. Like she'll be like, I think I'm feeling a little manic.
But I'm equally like so proud to say that I do have moments of mania. I'm not like ashamed at all.
Yeah.
Because I can catch them a bit quicker, but it is helpful to have a partner that will understand where maybe the temperature is at and meet you where you are, and then you kind of gradually understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Once you found out what it was, do you now like live life feeling?
Freely.
Oh, really?
Freely. That's the problem with misconception.
Yeah.
The whole hypocrisy of shaming people for therapy or people not understanding it is that it's just not for you.
Yeah.
So that's completely fine. But for me, it finally allowed me to go, oh, that's why I handled things the way I handled
For sure.
them. That's why all the other people were able to get over things quickly and I wasn't. And I would act out of fear, I'd act out of love, I'd act out of passion. It was all inconsistent. It was crazy.
My favorite part about being with Selena, like one of my favorite parts, I don't know why I'm saying her name.
It's normal to
What
say
is your
people's
favorite
names.
part about being?
No, one of my favorite parts, no, because I don't say Selena.
I understand.
One of my favorite parts about being with you, we like take each other as we are, and I don't feel uncomfortable going into her and being like, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like,
Right.
and just like her talking me through it, or her coming to me and just being like, I think I'm like fully manic right now.
Yeah.
And we're not judging each other at all.
That safety that they're talking about, that is what we all deserve. I don't know, this idea that family comes before everything, including your own mental health, it's used to justify toxic behavior and keep us in cycles of guilt. So setting boundaries with your parents is the only way to survive that. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. It doesn't even have to be necessarily about your parents, because what if you do have a conversation with your parents and it ends up being okay? But the hard truth is that sometimes family isn't actually family. It has been a hard reality for me as well. I mean, cutting people that meant the world to me, it has truly changed my perspective on a lot of things. It has really created a lot of trust issues that I'm still working on in my own therapy because, therapists need therapy. But yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's also the reality of it. Sometimes the people who share your blood are the ones constantly bringing you down. Or you see that negativity and that drama and you're like, wait, why am I around this? Why are you using me to trauma dump? It is so hard being a therapist and being Hispanic. Let me tell you. Especially because you see it, you understand it. This may even happen with friends. Like, you may start to realize, hey, we're not aligning, or maybe I don't agree with your values or morals, or maybe we don't align culturally. It's okay to think about those things and realize those things. And it's also okay to find a chosen family, a circle of friends, or even other creators who actually understand your emotions. If being happy means creating distance or even separating from family members who refuse to support your peace, then that is what you have to do. I know it's hard though. Breaking the cycle isn't a betrayal of your culture. It's an act of love for yourself and the next generation. You don't owe your happiness to anyone who makes you feel like you aren't enough. To finish this off, I'm going to stay here in the office and continue to finish off my keychains. But let's keep this conversation going. Go to my website, www.tiedbyadri.com, submit an anonymous Monday message, and let's talk about the stuff no one else wants to touch. No more erasing. Let's get tied in. See you next Monday.